So this is War 2 of Season 35, Salty versus HC Magneto, and our first fight is going to be an Invisible Woman. I have Hercules, She-Hulk, and Ultron. This is my Rank 4 Ultron's first war debut. It's been a while, but I get to take a fun little boss, or a mini-boss, that is. So, Hercules, here we go for a PS1 just for safety. It's not necessary, and frankly, now that I'm saying it, I probably should not have even used one. But it is okay. It's better to be safe than sorry. If I'm one PS1 short at the end, probably not ideal, so let's hope that doesn't happen. So here we go. Just basically our goal is just to keep up True Sense as long as we can. If we can have 100% uptime on True Sense, then this fight is super easy. There are 3 priorities. The first one is not to miss, so that's why. The second priority is to get 2 charges, which is what I did. And then obviously the last priority is don't die, and ideally don't take as much damage, because I prefer not to have to heal. So we ended 100%, which fulfills all requirements, so pretty good there. Our next fight is Dormammu. I should probably have a PS1 for this one as well. The same PS1. This one's also very easy. A lot of She-Hulk fights, I find myself really, instead of, last season I was playing She-Hulk very off and on, and not in terms of skill, but in terms of basically just kind of playing her partially aggressive. Whereas now, at this point, I'm kind of picking my spots and being either really aggressive and really pushing their power and my Furies and all that stuff, or also just kind of like really slow playing. And so in this fight, you can see, like, I'm really trying to, I am backing off for parries, but whew, that crit's so hard. But like you can see that earlier in the fight, I really wanted to keep my Furies up, so it made for a really, really quick fight because I had that luck and RNG on the Furies, and I managed to keep them up. So here I have a WAGs, so thank you to BVOS for that WAGs. And I don't remember if I play this one slow or fast, but it should be pretty simple fight. You just want to knock him down. It's important to note that you cannot hit into actual stuns, so should I throw a special 3, he won't be slowed because he keeps struggling my slow, so I actually will not be able to stun him, or hit him during stuns, so that will be a mistake, so I need to make sure. This one's a slow fight, I just remembered. Okay, so here I just back off. And I don't have an invulnerability for this fight, because I did not think it was worth using an invulnerability, and we're very cautious at Salty about being really conscientious about how we use boosts, and if it's not necessary, not to use it, because otherwise it's going to hurt us down the line. So you can see I'm really slow playing, and the reason I'm not knocking him down is because I want to make sure I'm hitting him during the power game. So in lieu, I'm basically just sacrificing damage for full safety. Like you see here, I could have Ian knock him down or back him off or hit a combo, but instead I wait and slow my combo down so I can remove the protection. So here, do I just throw special 2 into protection? It's probably not a good idea. I think I just don't throw any specials this fight, actually, because at this point, by the time I could throw a special, I wouldn't have been able to throw it without protection. So yeah, you can see I'm just very much slow playing this fight. Half the fight's done with protection on, no special attacks, and here he does. But definitely pretty easy and pretty safe, so I thought that went pretty well. Now we have Peni. I was a little bit concerned about this assignment. I just didn't think that Hercules on Power Snack was as safe as I personally would prefer, but I trust my leader, SG, so when she assigned it, I was ready to go, and ready to take this Peni. So I decided to throw an invul boost in case she gets pushed to L3, and so I would have a safety net. And then right here, I whiff a heavy, and all of my preparation is gone. Okay, I have no invul, anything, right? So here I trigger power gain, and then I want to throw the power snack, and then I want to throw the special. So I didn't like that opening, so that's why. And then I also just wanted to knock her shield off. So I'm going to knock her shield off, trigger power snack with the dexterity, and then pop a special 1. That should be the plan. There we go, Infuriate, special 1. Ideally, we want to be baiting special 2s because it does not affect her spider charges, so I won't get that power steal, or the power burn that does a lot of damage to you. Here, we're backing off and turtling, trying to, once again, push that special 2. It's not that important at this moment to push the special 2, but the less backup recovery plus power snack, and I really wish I had invul. As I was rambling, you watched me just get hit in the face. And there's where I wish I had the invul. Took an obscene amount of damage. It's like 40% of my health. And then here we go, we have this lovely little power burn that's just nuking my health and my power. What I don't like about this fight is the spacing. It feels like right after the special 3, she was so kind with her block. Like, it's almost not possible for her to have been nicer with the block. And for me, and that special one was more for space. I didn't really feel like I needed the crit. For me, it's more about the spacing, and it's really hard to deal with all that power and also have to deal with not triggering miss and not losing a buff. So I don't really like the spacing on the fight, and that's personally, but it worked out. It would have been actually a really solid fight had I not taken the combo at the beginning. I probably would have been at like full health, or close to it, but it is what it is. That's some potions, but I didn't die, so that's good. I would personally still not prefer to take that fight again, but if I have to be assigned it, I'll take it. Here we have Ebony Maw. I've taken this fight so many times. At this point, I'm comfortable literally just, if I have to, winging this fight, because I've taken this fight probably 6, 7, 8, 9. I've probably taken this fight at least 10, 11 times. So I'm comfortable deciding to throw heavies, deciding not to throw heavies, and kind of knowing when to prioritize Furies and damage and knocking him down, and slows and all that stuff. So I'm feeling pretty good in that fight, or in this fight. So here I just want to get to the Petrify. I could pop a special one, PS1, but once again, I'm trying to save them. And here I should not punish, or just cap him once only, which is what I do. Because if I go for a heavy and he evades it, it's over, because I did not have a slow on. So here, do I combo in a special 2? Nope. So here what I probably would do is just heavy counter this, knock him down again, reset focusing, and then we can drop a special 2 on his face, and now he's petrified. Yep. Alright, so here we go. Get a little bit of a light spacing, but then decide that I'd rather do a combo. That's what I was talking about, the combo. So here, I do a heavy because I know the first hit's going to land, and once that first hit slow goes on, he's not going to be able to evade. So if the first hit of the heavy lands within the slow, it'll obviously place it in slow. So that was really close timing, but I was pretty confident in that, and I was very cautious of, and cautious by another word, I was very aware of the fact that the slow was almost about to expire, but was not going to. So here, I just back off, and I try to land a reparry. I was hoping he would hit me with a light so I could actually stun him, and he did. If he didn't, it's fine. I would probably just back off a little bit and either bait up a special one or something. So here we go, we knock him down again. I'm probably not going to get back up to another Petrified, but he's Petrified now, so it's not a problem. And here we go. Heavy to finish the fight, or I guess knock him down to 1%. And that fight is down. Now it's I-Bomb. I was honestly scared of this I-Bomb. Last season, in the same war where I got just massacred by a tiger, I faced an I-Bomb and I almost died, and I played very, very, very poorly. He hits really hard, and so my game plan was basically, I want to utilize protection as a means of shrugging off all of his poisons. That was my game plan. I want to hit him hard with the special 2, and I want to use protection specifically to shrug off all of his poison, because it's sadist. So when he has 10 poisons, he's hitting 6 times as hard as normal. So my goal was actually to use protection to shrug his debuffs and actually help. That was the goal. So here he has 5 protection, still not down. And I probably want to intercept right before special 2. I would probably guess I do a 4-hit and do a backdraft. 3-hit in the backdraft does not work. So then I just do a straight intercept and pop a special 2 in his face. Here, if he hits me, it's real bad news. He has 11 debuffs, which is 6.5x health, or attack, which is obviously not ideal for a bolt. So here, we're just getting these 2 dexes, and there we go. So now he only has 50%, or 1.5 times as much health or as much damage as normal. So basically just trying to use protection to kind of minimize the amount of times where he's absolutely just crazy on the poisons, like he's about to be when he goes to special 1. So here, I really need to land this intercept. I need to land this backdraft, and you can see I paused after that light attack, because I want to make sure it landed, because if it doesn't land and I whiff another hit, he can hit me and I'm dead. So I wanted to make sure that the intercept attempt landed. Here I considered just waiting for the protection and then pushing the special 2, but I decided to just bait out special 1 instead, even though I was getting near the corner. So here I'm a little concerned about the corner, and here I'm considering pushing the special 2 again, but I he throws a special 1. I was probably going to bid out special 1 anyway, but here we go, and once again, I'm kind of nearing the corner, which is not ideal, so I just want to hit an intercept and get the heck out of this fight, which I do. So much better than last time, and happy with how that went. I thought my game plan went well, and I thought I executed it pretty well. So here we have a rank 4 Black Widow Clairvoyant. This is Jabarby Darker's baby account, if you want to call it that. So I knew going in that it was a rank 4 because I had seen his account before, and I knew that it was a rank 4, but then obviously, you know, I can read, so I saw that 4 and it was rank 4. But there's nothing scary about this fight, like, it's just straight up. I don't know why it's placed here. I can literally heal off of it if there's only 1 bleed. I'm actually healing off the bleed. If there's only 1 set, if there's 3, I'm still healing off it. But in here, I'm taking a little bit of damage, and I believe I'm just playing so safe here. This is my first fight of the day. Well, not of the day, but the first war fight of the day. So I did this in the morning, and so I throw that, and I just elect to block the special 2, because I didn't like where she threw it. She threw it kind of on me, and I did not want to get caught, and I was like, I'm just going to block it. It doesn't matter. So I just blocked it for safety, just straight up. And I'm still pretty much looking good, so I do a little backdraft into a light intercept. This time I want to block Dex it, so I can get some willpower healing, ideally. And then we slow play. I mean, do I just pop with special 2 here? Probably, right? Yep, special 2. And gone. So, very easy fight. Played that very safe and still ended pretty high health, so I was happy. And then we have a man thing, who I'm going to take with shield as well. This one's also should be a relatively simple fight. Let's see. So we have Unstoppable, punish that. I was considering baiting out the Unstoppable, and he's doing that little thing where you know if you hit him you're getting parried, so I had to back off. I was considering baiting out a heavy and heavy countering it so that I could get the Fury for removing the Unstoppable, because she hooks Furies when she removes Unstoppables. When she removes an Unstoppable, she gets a Fury, and that Fury is like much more potent than her other Furies. It's probably like 2 or 3 times as potent. So I was considering that, but it's just not worth the risk. I'm hitting hard enough as is. So here we go. Get that Fury, catch him in a backdraft, or in a dash back, so pretty good there. Here I want to keep my Furies if I can, so I back off. This fight I'm actually playing pretty aggressively. Like, I'm playing safe, but I would really strongly like to keep my Furies if I can, and so I'm playing for that. But Man-Thing isn't playing for that, and also I blocked there, so I didn't play perfect there either. And here we get some willpower healing while he's being a dick. And there we go. We're going to intercept into special 2. Drop a little intercept, special 2. So that's working out pretty well so far. A little repairing. And at this point, I would prefer to push into special 2 because it's punishable. The special 1's hard to punish. I don't even know if you can successfully punish it. There, I just blocked when I should be dexing. That was just me messing up my inputs. It wasn't an actual input, it was just like a physical error. There I try Ricochet, and it does not work. And you can tell just by the spacing that Ricochet will not land. And I note that, but I go for another one later on anyway. You'll see this. I go for it right here. I should not be doing that. That's why I block. Because once I do it, I'm like, what am I doing? I know that's not going to work. So I block. So a good catch on my part. Kind of. Probably shouldn't even put myself in that situation, but it ended up pretty good. Here we hit another intercept just for an opening. He's about to get his protection back and shrug our stuns. We need to make sure that we're not relying on that stun, which we did pretty well. Here we just want to hit intercept and special 2 and the fight's over. So I just want to go for a backdraft just because it's safer. So I hit a little backdrafting with a light attack and nail him with a special 2. That fight's done. Now we have a Mysterio on node 50 with Hercules. I mean, it's just a Mysterio. The whole point of this Mysterio being there is presumably just so you can't circumvent Safeguard with ability accuracy. I'm putting on tech boosts because Hercules is a tech champion. No, I'm putting on tech boosts because the next fight is my Ultron fight, and I'm using a PS1 for both fights, and Hercules doesn't need anything, so I put it on now so it saves time, which is how you should do it if you're trying to save a great boost, and you don't need another different class of power back boosts. So here we go in. I don't need my crit, I don't need my damage, because when you intercept and you have the passive feat of strength up, it'll actually give you increased attack, but I don't need that. I don't need combat power rate. I just want to hit him and kill him. There's no tricks, there's no extra damage. It's Safeguard, I do not care. I can't circumvent Safeguard. I just want True Strike up. That's literally the entire role. If I can keep True Strike up and hit him, he'll die. So here it's going pretty good. Keep up that True Sense. It's True Sense, not True Strike. Here we turtle up. Ideally, if he doesn't throw Special 1, I'd prefer to push to Special 2 just for easier rotation and spacing. Here, I bait it out and block it because I'm just that skilled, apparently. And then I throw Special 1 to keep it up. I believe here I go for a heavy because I wanted to... I don't even know why I went for a heavy. I think it was... it was for... I wanted more red damage, so that's why I went for the heavy there, but then I decided it just didn't really matter. Here I baited out. Here we have this little damage back aura. In the end, it doesn't really matter. So I decided to hit him there, and I just completely forgot about the tactic. And there I was like, okay, wake up call. I thought this fight was really easy, and it is, but... And here I throw Special 1 in the thing, and I know I'm going to get damage back, but it's not a lot of damage back. And I thought that it was worth it because it was more of a rhythm thing and a spacing thing, and I will happily take 7% damage or whatever that was for rhythm. So I think I made the right call there and probably do that again. And this fight's over. So pretty simple, pretty easy fight. Made a mistake in there, but it is what it is. And here's the fight that had me excited for this war. It's a bishop on 53 and I'm using Ultron. So the game plan is I am going to throw a heavy attack, throw a special 2, and then that should bring me back up to like maybe a special 1, I'm not really sure, but it should give me some power. There are two ways to play Ultron. It's either you use the Cauterize to give you a strong amount of damage and then you make that degen really potent. And the second way is that you use the degen to make your Cauterize really potent. And the second way is the way that's better for power back boosts. So I do that way. I get the degen for damage, and then throw that special 2, and it brings me back up to about a bar of power. Here I just block the special 2. It does like no damage because I am max sig as a rank 4. And I knew going in I was going to take like no damage from any of his special attacks if I blocked it. So that was my game plan. And here we just throw another special 2. I think I was trying to bait out a heavy, but I figured he might throw special 1. Here I just don't even care about incinerates. It is infinitely more beneficial for me to hit in and take like 1,000, 2,000 damage, which by the way, not a lot of damage, than to try to worry about spacing and nitpicking my health and then losing all that stuff. So it's better to keep the fight under control. Here, if I throw a special 2, he's probably not pushed to special 3, but I just didn't want to risk it, and this fight was so under control, there's no reason for me to go for more damage when I know the special 2 is going to kill it anyway. There's no reason to kill him better. So that's the fight, that's the war. Went 10-0 against HC Mags with a bunch of friends, so I was really happy. Thanks for watching.